Today's tutorial is going to be based off of my everyday easy to do contouring, so it's going to be really quick. I'm going to start off, my face is already primed and moisturized. I'm going to start off by adding my foundation. The foundation that I use is Studio Sculpt foundation. It's a medium to full coverage foundation. It looks like this. It comes in a little tube. Love this stuff. On days that I really want a sheer coverage, I use my hands, basically like a tinted moisturizer, and I apply it like if it was, and that would give me a lighter coverage. Or I'll just use my regular face and body, which is a sheer coverage, which I love. I'm obsessed with that stuff too. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to grab my dual fiber brush and dip it into my foundation, and that is the 188. I'm using the smaller one today. And I'm just going to go in circular motions, and I'm going to blend it into my skin. So, basically all you're doing is buffing that foundation all over, making sure that it blends well. Blend, 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 blend into the jawline. Probably said this before in my last video. Blending is the key to flawless application to your makeup. Making sure that everything just fades into each other. Okay, so now I'm just going to go down the center of my forehead. Add that. I'm going to skip around my eyebrows since I already did my eyebrows. And I don't want to mess them up. Same with my eyes. I just put on some mascara. And go back underneath. Alright. So, after I'm done applying my foundation, I apply a highlighter. Now, the highlighter that I use, is a prep+prime highlighter. Sometimes I use my concealer. My Pro Longwear concealer works just fine. I usually go like 2 or 3 shades lighter than my natural color, which brightens me up and gives me like a nice highlight underneath my eye. But today I'm using my Bright Forecast, and I'm just applying in a V form underneath my eye. And this is part of the prep+prime line. I also use this to highlight underneath my eyebrow when I want to underscore it and give it a much more natural finish. So I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to just go in and blend that in, bringing it down into my cheekbones just a little, and just dabbing the rest away. So go down the center of my nose with a little bit of it. Right there. I like to look highlighted in certain areas, so I'm just grabbing a little bit more and applying it right there. And right there. Okay, so now I'm going to set my foundation before I add my contouring powder. My foundation, the powder that I use to set it is medium dark in the mineral powder, the pressed mineral powder, and I'm going to take my flat top kabuki. I'm going to apply that product and just buff away, skipping the areas that I highlighted, because I'm going to use a lighter shade to set those powders. I'll go on the sides of your nose, since you didn't highlight on the sides of your nose, on your forehead. And like I said, you're just setting your powder, bring it down into your jawline. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my lighter shade, and I'm going to just apply it on the parts that I highlighted. So, underneath my eye, down the center of my nose, now I'm going to go in with my contouring. I'm going to use First, I'm going to use a smaller brush to add that dimension, and I'm going in with Give Me Some bronzer. Any bronzer that's darker than you works fine. I would prefer something without shimmer, something with a matte finish so they can look more natural. I'm going to go in and literally, you just have to suck in your lips to know exactly where you would contour, or if you put something that's straight and put it from the tip of your ear to the bottom of your of the end of your mouth, that gives you a guide. So basically, I'm just adding that contour. And then doing the other side. You want to buff it out and just do it in that line. The brush that I'm using for this is the 130. It's a shorter dual fiber brush. I like it because it is smaller and it's more dense, so it actually applies more. And especially because it's smaller, it gives it that perfect line that you're looking for, but you also still want to buff it out. You don't want it to just look like you just drew a line on your face either. So now I'm going to go in with a fluffier brush and add a little bit of Give Me Sun in certain areas. This is the 134. Love this brush for my bronzer because of the way that it's a little bit more squished. And I'm just going to blend that contour just a little bit into my cheekbone, but not all the way because you still have to add your blush and your highlighter. Okay, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to go up into my hairline because I want it to look like this is coming naturally from within. So you look like you're glowing. And bring it as close as possible to your hairline and into your temples and into your hairline. I'm going to bring it down into my jawline lightly and buff it down into your neck. And I'm just applying what's left on my brush. I'm not going too much into the bronzer for the rest of my face. So just always remember, in a 3 form is where you're going to contour. You're going to contour remembering a 3, or where it's hollow, where it's softer. Basically, if you want to take your hands, bring it down your face, you would contour here because it's softer. You would highlight here because it's harder. You would contour here because it's softer. So it's like depending on the shape of the face as well, or what you're trying to accomplish or hide, it's how you would contour. Alright, next I'm going to go in with my blush. And I'm using Melba blush for today. It's like a pinky natural color with a little bit of a peach finish to it. So I'm going to go in and smile, add that pinky color in, just in my apples. Always remember to smile if you don't know where to put your blush. And go upwards. Last but not least, my highlighter. I'm using Stereo Rose from the Mineral Apres collection that came out recently. Love it. It's beautiful. And just go right on top of my cheekbones and add that highlight. Just put some down the center of my nose and some on my chin. And it just gives you such a beautiful glow. I'm going to add some lipstick on my lips, and this one's from the Glamour Days collection. It was a nude. It was called Making Pretty. Really pretty, moisturizing on my lips since they're really dry around this time of the year. No lip liner today. Moisture is what I need. I'm just going to add a little bit of the Pro Long Wear Ready or Not. Love this stuff. It's very long wearing, so if you haven't tried the Pro Long Wear lip glosses by MAC, try them. I mean, the consistency is a little bit thicker, but they're pretty much awesome because they last. So that's pretty much my easy everyday contouring look. I hope you guys like it. Please comment below. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. My next video is going to be on my heavier contouring when I go out and I'm doing like a fuller face, going in with my Pro Sculpting cream. So, until next video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.